Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, I have titled it, There is No Such Thing as Free Business Phone Service. For those of you that are watching this, the reason that I'm doing this video is because I recently got a call from a company that was looking for 12 extensions, 12 phones with 12 individual extensions and user profiles. While this person had good intentions, the conversation that we had went something like this. Well, Mr. Rich, I've been researching online and, everything that I see is basically a seat cost. So we don't want to pay a monthly cost for anything. We just want to have a phone system and, even if it costs us $5,000 or $10,000, we just want to go ahead and just pay that money up front so we have no monthly cost whatsoever. The truth of the matter is that is not only unrealistic, it's not possible. There is no such thing as free phone service, not right now at the time of this video in the 21st century, not for businesses, that is. For some of you watching, you might think, oh, well, there is for phone service from my home. Okay, we cater to businesses, and this video is for those of you who are watching that are business owners, business executives that need reliable communications, or you operate or manage a business and are in charge of making sure that you have working phones at the right price for your business. There's no such thing as free business phone service, and we're going to get into this right now, and I'm going to explain why. Before you start looking for quotes, talking to carriers, and get discouraged because you're looking for something that doesn't exist. So, let's talk about this. So, there's a two-sided coin to this. First of all, there's the people that think, well, I'm not going to switch to voice over IP because it's a per seat cost. I'm going to stay with a regular analog phone system. So let's just talk about that for a minute. So I get these types of calls all the time. The whole, well, Prince, we've got 5 phones or 10 phones or 20 phones. We don't want to pay, the average for IP phone system, as you guys may or may not know for watching my channel. We don't want to pay, let's say for 10 users, $20 a month per user for a phone system for on and on and on, when we could just turn around and just, buy a phone system. Okay, first of all, I can tell you from working in the industry, because I used to do PBXs in places like Walmart, Target, Lowe's, even Bank of America and SunTrust. I can tell you that those PBXs are not cheap. Even for a small business with, say, 10 phones, you're looking at upwards of about $10,000 to $15,000 for the phone system itself, labor, installation, equipment, so on and so forth. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, now that I paid for the phone system, I don't have a monthly cost anymore. Wrong. You have a monthly cost because you still need analog lines. This phone system isn't just some inanimate object that can just, access the internet or access phone lines and telecommunications on the poles or underground without any sort of third-party service provider. You still have to have analog phone lines coming in from, say, Verizon, Comcast, Cox Communications, Suddenlink, Spectrum, the list goes on and on and on. So you're always paying a monthly fee no matter what you do, regardless. Now, the funny thing is let's talk about one of the big expenses that most people don't realize when they go on the tangent of I'm just going to buy the phone system outright and never have a monthly bill. First of all, I can tell you this from experience because I used to work on these phone systems. Voice over IP nowadays, where it's just a phone and it's all plug and play, there is no maintenance. Even though you still have the monthly fee with the carrier, which is typically around $20 a month per user that has a separate extension and voicemail, there is no maintenance. As long as you keep your network in the office up and running and maintain internet, there's no maintenance. With the type of system like we're discussing in this scenario A, you have to have somebody maintain that. It's like the big, PBX that sits on the back wall that has a motherboard in it. It's got like a hard drive in it that holds your memory of voicemails or your call recording logs and things like that, and has your routing. First of all, that has to be maintained. That hardware gets old, it dies, it breaks, it needs to be upgraded. More importantly, you have to pay a technician to do those things, whatever their, going hourly rates are in your area and whatnot. It is not free. So even if you did buy the system outright, $10,000, $15,000, you're still going to be on the hook. If you've got 10 employees, I would have to guess you're still going to be on the hook for anywhere from $200 to $300 a month in just analog phone line fees to be able to switch lines back and forth and things like that. And then you've still got the cost of maintenance for parts and labor for whoever your technology, your IT guy or telecommunications consultant is. So it actually ends up being significantly more expensive than voice over IP on a basic $20 a month, seat per cost per user, where everything is plug and play, and the only thing that you have to do is maintain internet, and the carrier offers you free, troubleshooting and service and remote fixes for free. They don't charge anything extra for that. Let's see here. So let's move on to scenario B. So scenario B is people will call me up and be like, oh, well, I'm going to get one of those free PBX things or something like that. I'm going to get on one of those. First of all, most of those are not really suitable for business. For you, if you look at the catch for most of those, for you to move into an arena where it's better for business use, you have to buy more hardware. Or they have another plan that's like, for business users, it's this much a month and then this much per minute for on-site, for online support or over-the-phone support and so on and so forth. So that's the thing. When you get those free PBXs, you still have to have phone lines for even those. So understand, there is no such thing as a free business phone service. You're going to either pay what you would be normally paying in a recurring monthly fee in analog phone lines or in VoIP service to a carrier such as a Vonage Business or Nextiva or a OnSIP or Ring Central. The list goes on and on and on. The catch here is, which is the reason why I wanted to do this video, is if you look at the raw numbers, voice over IP is always cheaper. No matter how you look at it, the voice over IP solution, not only per month, but over time, annually, when you calculate it up, you calculate the lower monthly cost, you calculate the fact that most of them will give you hardware for free because they're not in the business to sell hardware, they're in the business to sell their service, but they understand that you need hardware in order to use the service, so they just give it away. And the fact that you get free support from the carrier always. Free remote support, free training for new staff that comes on board, group trainings, things like that. So you're not paying for anything other than just the service. Let's see here. There's a couple of points that I wanted to throw out there before we get to this. I have people that call all the time that ask about, well, what about things like Google Voice? Okay, first of all, Google Voice is not a real service for a business. You can use it for business, but it's not a real service that, gives certain things like advanced auto attendant and can handle multi-locale and stuff as seamlessly as some of the bigger players out there that are going to actually charge you something because, things cost money in the real world. If you want something I'm a huge fan of, you get what you pay for. If you're paying for free, if you got free voice over IP service, through like Google Voice, I'm sure it's great and all for one person or something like that, or for you to talk to your kids and stuff like that on the go. But when you start moving into that realm where you need to make it stretch or flex for the needs of a business, especially if you have people on the go or multi-locale, you're going to start to find that it's underserving, or as I said, you're getting what you pay for, which is it's free. So you're getting a system that underserves your business. So anyways, in conclusion, what I really want to get you guys to understand is, look at it as more of a cost of doing business instead of an expense. Ask yourself, if I had a phone system that could do these things, how better could we communicate with our clients and contacts, and what type of money would that generate for us? When you really break down those numbers, you'll realize, wow, $100 a month or $200 a month to run my 10-person or more company, versus whereas with an older system, paying the analog carrier $300 a month with all this high maintenance and no real capability to upgrade on the fly or make changes on the fly like you can with the newer voice over IP phone systems, you're going to find that it's actually cheaper to go with your typical voice over IP phone service providers than to try to cut these corners and go with a free VoIP service, or go with pay $15,000 or $30,000 outright to get what you think is going to be a free phone system. So anyways, that concludes the video. There's no such thing as free business phone service. If you're watching this video and you're kind of in the throes of figuring out what service providers make sense, or you're on a shoestring budget and you're thinking, Prince is right, but I still need to find one that makes sense for my pocketbook or for my bank account and has the features and frills that I need, something that serves the company but is not overkill, give me a call. I represent all of the voice over IP service providers. I can tell you pretty quickly after we chat which ones I think will work not only for your function and feature needs, but also for your budget. So, again, Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the United States. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll catch you guys again in the next video.